Lucky, Yukkuri Game Appraisals. Good evening everyone. I'm your host Akane Kodonoha. Good evening. I'm Aoi Kodonoha, your narrator for the night. On this show, we introduce retro games and reveal their current market prices. Now then, let's welcome today's guest. Please welcome our neighbor, Maki Turumaki. Welcome to Yukkuri Game Appraisers, Maki. Thank you so much for joining us today. So, what did you bring with you today?
It's a strategy simulation game for the Sega Saturn.
I see. Well then let's take a look at your item. Let's open the treasure. Could you tell us a bit more about this item?
It's Harukaze Sentai V-Force.
Oh really? Harukaze Sentai V-Force is a strategy simulation game released for the Sega Saturn by Ving on June 27, 1997. This title marked Ving's first original project, as the company had previously focused mainly on porting Taito games. The game is a tactical simulation, whose standout feature is its extensive use of animated sequences. Taking advantage of the large capacity of 3 CD-ROMs, the Saturn version includes over 15,800 animation cells, and more than 60 minutes of animated footage. From the opening to the ending, and even dialogue scenes outside of battle, nearly the entire game is presented through animation. Collector's items like a character jigsaw puzzle and a VHS promotional video were also included with the game. The story is set in the year 2023, where young pilots of the Earth Federation Army pilot the latest fighter Harukaze to fight back against the invading Basque Empire from space. The main characters are the three Yaoi sisters Natsuki, Mitsuki, and Kazi along with their childhood friend and rival, Yukiya. The Blue Marlins squad, to which they belong, is thrust into a fierce battle for Earth's survival. Character design was handled by Michinori Chiba, known for Mobile Suit Gundam Zero and Iron-Blooded Orphans, while mechanical design was by Hisashi Hirai, famous for Gundam Seed and Fair in the other. The voice cast includes popular talents such as Yuri Shiatori, Akiko Yajime, Yuki Mai, and Yuri Amano. The game was created with a strong focus on blending animation and gameplay. However, as a tactical SLG, the gameplay leaves much to be desired. The 2D quarter view maps are hard to read, and the main characters' units are almost indistinguishable from one another. Equipment changes have little visual impact, and upgrade events don't affect appearances. Only named characters level up, and in the early stages, you must use generic allied units as shields, since if a protagonist is shot down it's game over, making it hard to put them on the front lines. There's no counterattack or move cancel, so each map takes a long time to complete. Enemy movement and terrain restrictions further slow the pace. In the latter half of the story, most enemy units are just powered-up versions of previous ones, and animation is often reused. With only 15 stages, the content feels thin for a 3D game. The story is exciting in the early and middle parts, but loses steam toward the end, with major enemy characters appearing and disappearing in a single stage. Although the ending hints at a sequel, none was ever made. The names Harukaze Sentai and V-Force barely appear in the game, with the V-Force flagship Zelius only showing up in stage 14 and having little presence. Ving, known for its data ports, developed this as its first major original title. Initially planned for FM towns, the project shifted to PlayStation and then Sega Saturn. A huge budget was spent on the animation, with industry veterans like Chiba Hirai and graphic designer Naharu Washu involved. Most of the 3-disc capacity is taken up by animation data, with the game portion sometimes dismissed as an extra. Although a sequel was considered, Ving's withdrawal from game development meant it never happened. The game's greatest asset is the high quality of its animation, character and mecha designs, and the star-studded voice cast, all of which earned praise from users and anime fans. On the other hand, as a tactical simulation, it was widely criticized for poor map readability, indistinguishable units, lackluster equipment upgrades, and weak gameplay elements. The consensus is that it's a beautiful game, with only visuals to recommend it, and that it might have been better received as a digital comic, or OVA rather than a game. Remarkably, as of now, all rights to Harukaze Sentai V-Force are up for auction on Yahoo auctions. The starting price is 330 million yen, with a buyout price of 363 million yen, and the auction ends on May 7, 2025 at 22:56. The winning bidder will receive all rights to the work, allowing them to freely and exclusively create sequels, or adapt it into other media, including anime. As a bonus, autographed boards from 9 of the original voice actors are included. The rights holder is seeking funds to prepare for a new project, and will offer introductions to any studios or game companies if desired. The fact that the rights are clearly accounted for is rare in an industry where rights often become murky after companies dissolve, making this action particularly noteworthy. So, with all this attention on the game, the big question is, what is it really worth? It's time for the appraisal. Let's see what the verdict will be. If you'd like more details on the gameplay, the action, or the stuff, feel free to ask. This is quite an interesting item, isn't it? It really is. Well then, let's ask the big question. What's your own estimated value for this item?
I'd say 5,000 yen.
I see. Alright, let's get to it. Open the price. 1, 10, 100, 1,000. 4,000 yen, huh? There's no doubt this is the Sega Saturn game Harukaze Sentai V-Force. That was a pretty good guess, but it didn't quite reach your estimate.
I see.
This is an ace simulation game from the PlayStation era, and there weren't many copies made, so there's steady demand among collectors. Unfortunately, it's not as famous or as valuable as the top-tier premium titles, so its market price is currently in the mid-range for collector's items. However, if the rights auction happening now actually results in a sale or if a sequel gets made, the value could skyrocket thanks to the renewed attention. Now is probably the best time to buy. If you're a collector, don't miss your chance. Please take good care of it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching. Thank you. Please subscribe and like our channel. Well then, goodbye.